today's discussion is learn how to claim and embrace ownership of you and your journey in 2023. As you know, we climb through the hills and we deal with the valleys in life. It's all about empowerment, which is the process of becoming stronger, becoming more confident, and becoming in control of your life and claiming one's rights that you have in this world. That says, okay, you can get up from where you are, or you can move forward into a different situation. Discussion, which is about claiming ownership of you and your journey. So as we look at ownership, let's just talk a little bit about what ownership really means. There is value in ownership, right? And the value is being able to focus that we do have a control. Right? There are elements, no matter what has happened, no matter what has occurred, no matter the situation that you were born into, married into, moved into, there are elements that you can control. So let's look at what can be controlled. Let's be accountable for some of those actions that we have taken to bring us to here. And as we grow, it's a little bit uncomfortable. It's a little bit uncomfortable to take ownership of the fact that maybe I've made some decisions that has led me to this way, but we don't need to involve our whole entity around those things.
Let me ask you this first question.
Sure.
From your experience and work, what do you think healing could look like in the ACB community, or in somebody who's a newcomer or immigrant? What do you think that looks like?
So I think that healing looks like a person feeling settled, a person feeling at ease with themselves, the ability to say, yes, that works for me, and no, that doesn't work for me. So healing in the community is a position of strength, that you are feeling comfortable, that you're not at loss. Because many times, especially with the story is dictated to us from the us versus them construct, it's that you're at a loss for something. What am I at a loss for? I am where I am supposed to be. This is my place in this world. And so the healing comes from knowing that this is okay. Wherever I am, this is okay. This moment is okay.
Great. And that makes, for sure, in terms of the healing and, being as a Black woman, we're brought up to, hush, hush, don't tell, go pray, keep everything inside. And so it's very hard now that, as we grow older and things now have changed with mental health, that, we have support. We're really trying to get support. And, for those of you who are listening, it's very important if you need somebody to talk to, and not keep things inside, and really get that support from the community. Sometimes you cannot tell your mom, your dad, or somebody close to you. Maybe you could just tell a stranger. But it's very important that, not keeping our hurtful feelings inside, because it doesn't work.
And not living with the expectations of others. Who said that you can't talk? Who said that your viewpoint should not be expressed? So as Black women and Black men, the stress is insurmountable in terms of the expectations that are placed on you and that you place on yourself. So exactly like Tony said, reach out for support, reach out for help, reach out, just express yourself, because all of that is part of the healing.
Okay. So what are some tools that can help equip our community? I won't even say just ACB, but just immigrant community as they work towards taking better care of themselves.
I think it's just having that realistic perspective that you are not where you're going to end up. So wherever you are is okay. You're at a point where if you're getting credit for your education, that's okay. We get it. You used to be a doctor. You used to be a professional. You're not there now. It's not enough to just keep focusing on I used to be. Where you are is good, right? So we need to celebrate our immigrants and our refugees that they're here. We just need to celebrate that you're going to add to the flavor of our community. You're going to add to the flavor of our organization, and it's a good thing. Wherever you are, whatever experiences that you can bring to us, not necessarily focusing on that professional label, but you have value. So what I would say to the immigrant refugee community, it's all good. Your value is needed. We need you. We respect you. And we need people around to celebrate you, and you need to celebrate yourself.
Great. So what are some powerful words you would like to leave with the community today?
You're good. You're great. The powerful words are, you're here for a purpose, and your truth will resonate and impact everybody. So your impact, if you're impacting your family member, it's all additional. So that impacts somebody else who impacts somebody else. It's all, I can't even think of the word, but it all works together. So you're good. Your truth is needed in this world, and we need to celebrate you, and you need to celebrate and to share with us who you really are.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I just have a comment, Tammy. First of all, thank you so much for your presentation. It was really wonderful and very empowering, really.
Thank you.
I think what resonated for me regarding your presentation was giving us permission.
That's
right? Like, especially in the ACB community, when we talk about mental health, that's so taboo, and we're getting into a place where it's becoming more normalized to talk about those things, but it's a different feeling when you have other Black women, Black men coming together and providing permission to be able to feel those feelings, acknowledge them, be who you are, right? Because sometimes we're not coming from a place and space that's okay, right? So what resonated for me is permission to be who you are, permission to be okay where you're at. It may not be exactly where you want to be, but it doesn't negate who you are, right? So I really appreciate that for you today, so thank you.
Thank you. And it's a step, right? You're always taking steps. Just because where you are might not be where you want to be, it's okay, because you're moving forward. So, and you have to give yourself permission. The point that I would love to stress with what you appreciated is the fact that you give yourself permission. I don't need to wait for somebody else, right? I am good. And this is what I need, so this is how I need to move forward. It's okay. If I need to reach out for help, it's not, what is the problem?
True. And what also I think is very important is support. Knowing that, you know what? I can call my sister, I can call my brother, I can call and have that support and have the conversation, is that maybe, you know what, I don't feel well today, right?
Yep. And this is why
my sister's keeper, and really have that support.
And this is why I've said, in terms of that situation with the well-being, create yourself an individualized care plan. Within that plan, you can identify who do you think is going to support you in these elements that you've identified for yourself. It's your individualized care plan. So take care of yourself and make it holistic. Put down who can support you in those areas that you need support in.
excellent advice.
Takes time to resonate with the concepts as well.
It does.
You know,
It
real change comes about when we can digest information and see how we can personalize it to ourselves. So I do appreciate that opportunity just to express that.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, Tammy, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
To, really empowering us that we can actually live in our truth.
Yeah.
And take ownership of, we don't have to be perfect.
No.
And we can make mistakes.
Of
And
course.
if we fall, we can definitely get up and try again. And that's the beauty of, not being perfect. But I stand in my truth. So thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Amazing. Thank you so much, Tammy. These amazing words: truth, purpose, power, passion, time management, planning. Next to better. I think this was an amazing beginning. I want to thank you very much for taking time and coming on and speaking to everybody who's on tonight.
It's a lot of information to digest, and that's why I've said, when you're taking your conversations, even within yourself, break them into strategic steps, because we're just overwhelmed a lot with information, with our feelings, with the expectations, and therefore it's nice to have manageable steps.
Some of the key messages that really resonated with me, the huge ones are, giving myself permission to move forward.
Yes.
And not be blocked by, past experiences and challenges, reframing what those problems and challenges that I faced in the past help propel me to move forward, finding groundedness and connecting back to my truth so that I can continue moving forward on this path. And then, that huge piece around finding community, finding a sense of connection. Thank you so much. I'm really, really motivated. And
Good.
really I've enjoyed this so much.
Perfect.
So thank you for sharing this with us tonight.
On
Sure.
that note, I wanted to say, I think it's very important that, we forgive ourselves.
For sure. But there is nothing to forgive. So, as I've stated, we are where we are, right?
Yeah.
We are where we are. This moment is actually a very good moment, because all of these moments that have happened that brought me here is my springboard moment to my next. So there is really, it's just about understanding that where we are is where we need to be. Because as we move forward, and as I said, as we're going to be impacting others, you're impacting others from your truth. You're impacting others from the situations that have brought you here. Somebody needs to hear it. Somebody needs to learn that it's okay and you can help somebody else.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
I am going to have a workshop I'm working on for the spring, where we're going to talk about some of these concepts and have more in depth, because I'm hoping to have plenary sessions and then the workshops, so we can look at that and as a community come up with some solutions. Next couple of slides is just talking a little bit about my organization and what it means to partner with me. We're going to discuss the value of what is it that you're going to get when you have stepped into who you are supposed to be. What are those influence factors that you know about and that you don't know about? We'll discover that in those discussions. We'll determine your wins. We all have different wins, right? It's not always as obviously seen from other people. Your wins are your wins, just as your truth is your truth. Just the return on investment. You're always going to win when your investment is in you. Conduct that I have the courses based on our conversation today. Thank you.
And if you can just let us know once again, how can the community get a hold of you?
So I'm going to say tammyservices.com. I feel like that's easy. tammyservices.com. You can go on there, connect with me. My contact information is there. If you're interested in giving back, I'm a registered charity, so I do give receipts. Hills and Valleys nonprofit. You go through the hills and the valleys of life. So Hills and Valleys Nonprofit Organization. I think you can Google me and you should be able to find me. We're not perfect, so we're working for where we are, but tammyservices.com, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm Tammy, and I would look forward to connecting with you.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Oh.
Tammy, for this beautiful presentation.